We are now live. What's up, everybody? This is Nico, the entrepreneur, and I am here with Marin. She has the Facebook page. I took it, Victims of One Fat Frog and Food Trailers, I believe. I'm not looking at it. I just had it up, so I do apologize. So if you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Make sure you thumbs up this video. This is very important. I am about to give me a second. Let's see. I'm trying to bring up the Facebook page. All right, so it's actually two Facebook groups that I'm in that we kind of work together. So the first one is Justice Against One Fat Frog. The other one, Marin, who's sitting with me right now, this is her group, Victim of One Fat Frog Food Truck and Trailers. So uh, I was going to say, Marin, if you can share your page, but I don't want you to click on anything. Unmute yourself.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. So maybe I could just tell you it's Victims of One Fat Frog Food Truck and Trailers. I created the group page once I felt like I was being victimized by one fat frog, and I felt like I wasn't the only one. And I just wanted to tell my story or share my story with others and see if there was anybody else that could kind of share similar situation. And came to find out, I never expected that many people, but I suspected there was more than me, but never thought it would be over 700 now. So yeah, the victim page is Victims of One Fat Frog, Food Trucks and Trailer.
Okay, so hi, Jenny. This is Jenny. Thank you, Jenny, for stopping by. Jenny, as you know, I bought a food trailer from the company One Fat Frog, and they stole $18 million from over 700 people. And so moving forward, I want to go live on this channel to get other people to tell their stories. But yeah, so I just think that, yeah, it's been an interesting 2 years. So backstory with me, I'm gonna go ahead and get started while other people try to. If you're watching right now, anyone who's watching and you're a victim of One Fat Frog, I need you to answer the question in a Q&A. So I created one question. I need you to go ahead and put that answer in the chat. If you cannot see the chat, you're probably on a cell phone or a tablet. And what you need to do in order to see the chat, you need to click on either the settings of your browser. You need to scroll down to desktop and put a check mark in desktop. So, yes. But other than that, what I want to say is I started my business, Dope Beverage. So what I'm gonna try to do, I have the background. What I'm gonna try to do each time is either wear my hat or wear a t-shirt or one of my sweatshirts to represent my business that I had to close because of One Fat Frog. So we're gonna cover a lot, not in this video, or I'm sorry, in this live, but each and every time we go live, we're gonna cover a lot of stuff. I need more people to come forward. We're not going to tell your story for you. That's what I want to say. If they're coming if people are coming, DMing you or coming in the comments saying, hey, don't talk about us or whatever, you need to share your story. Don't be scared, because they've done that to a lot of people. I was supposed to do this 2 years ago. I was working with different people, and some people, they were attacked in their direct messages, in their DMs and on social media, and so they bailed out. They were like, I can't go live. They came up with an excuse, and I was like, you know what, I can't make you tell your story. So this time around, I just want to let you know, you're not going to continue to keep bullying these people anymore. You need to step up, tell your story. They already stole your money. You're not getting it back. So share your story. Step up. This is what you wanted. Step up. If you speak Spanish, get a translator. Unfortunately, I don't know Spanish. I wish. I know a few keywords, but I don't know enough to translate or speak in complete sentences. But if you can get a translator to be on the side of you while you're talking and they can translate, that's fine. But you need to click on that link. I put the link up in the chat so you can be able to click on the link to be able to tell your story. So I know, and we're going to touch on this just a little bit right now, but moving forward, the state of Florida, I am so disappointed. I'm so disappointed to the point where maybe like 2 or 3 months ago, I changed from being a Democrat. I've been a Democrat all my life, but because I was a business owner in the USA, I changed from being Democrat to no party. I didn't even, well, I would never be a Republican. I have voted Republican before, though, in the past, not for presidency, but for other positions, I have voted Republican. But I didn't even go to independent. I went from Democrat to no party affiliation because of my situation of being a small business owner in the USA. The state of Florida failed us, and we're going to call you out on it. I don't care. I'm going to take every name from the governor to Rick Scott. We're going to call out everybody because you failed us. You allowed one fat fraud to not only take away our hopes and our dreams and our businesses, but you stole our money, and then you created other businesses. So I'm gonna bring that up too, because we're gonna take that down too. I'm letting you know right now. Oh, you're not gonna bully me. I'm not scared. I'm gonna let you know right now. We're gonna make sure we talk about everything. We're gonna cover everything. So you better get ready, because toe to toe, I can go. Hey, I'm from Chicago, and I ain't gonna sit up here and talk like this, but I'm just saying, you're not gonna bully me. I'm gonna let you know that right now. So if you're one of the victims of one fat fraud, whether you're watching this on replay or not, you're in these Facebook groups. As we mentioned before, you need to click on that link, step up, and share your story. Tell how they stole your money, how you got in touch with them, when you started watching them, how much you paid, if they gave you the runaround. Say the salespeople name. I had Mario. I thought he was cool. That's why I wanted to work with him. When I moved here, he was cool until he got that sale, and then that was it. And I even confronted him. I was like, "Oh, I know you're not act." Oh, I'm paraphrasing, but I'm like, "I know you're not acting funny with me. I don't play that role. Mm-mm. I want the same customer service." Just like when I first came in, you got that sale. I want the same. You can ask Rebecca too, because Rebecca became his assistant. I didn't play that. I don't like that. I don't do business like that. Don't just get me in and wow me until you get the sale, and then you get my money, and then you want to act like, oh yeah, okay, well, I'm done with you. I'm moving on to the next. Nah, I called them out on it. I don't play. I don't play when it comes to stuff like that. So anyway, um, it gets me riled up because I'm stuck in 2 lawsuits because of the state of Florida. Because of state of Florida laws, Small claims is only $8,000. This is how they were getting away with taking our money. Food trailers start at 25,000. I'm sorry. You get financed for 25,000 through ClickLease. Now, we're not going to discuss ClickLease in this live. We're not going to discuss ClickLease. However, you get financed 25,000 from ClickLease. They send the money to One Fat Frog. Now, my trailer was $30,000, maybe 31, 32, whatever. Let's just say 32,000. I got financed for 25,000. Now, I don't know why my food trailer was so high. I didn't have nothing in it. I had a freezer, a refrigerator, the window. I didn't have a grill. I didn't have the overhead grill, the what you call it. I didn't have the vents. I didn't have any of that. I was going to sell acai bowls. Yeah, that's what I was going to sell. And some lemonades and maybe some donuts. But that's what I was going to sell. I wasn't going to cook. So first of all, and I brought that to his attention. I'm paraphrasing, but it was pretty much, well, everything costs a lot. We build it from the ground up and all this other stuff, the spiel that they do. But why should I have to pay $30,000? And then I say, you know what? It's an investment. Let me just go ahead and do it. It's okay. Until I got that first email saying that it was due to COVID. They use that a lot. Oh, it's due to COVID that the parts didn't come in and this, and this. And I'm like, okay, because I don't know. Maybe it is due to COVID, even though we've been out of it for a year or so. So I had to roll with it. I'm like, okay. And I'm like, all right. So then I'm making payments. And then May, I was supposed to get my trailer in May. I'm working a W-2 job and doing other stuff, food delivery or whatever. And, people asking me, Miko, well, when you going to get your trailer? Didn't you buy a food trailer? And I'm like, yeah. They said, due to COVID, I got to wait on parts and all this. Well, did they tell you when you were going to get it? And I'm like, no, they keep giving me the runaround. Then here come August. I went in to make my last $1,000 deposit because I had to put down a $5,000 deposit. But I was making increments of $1,000. Something just told me to ask them, what's up with the trailer? Oh, he ain't had time for me. And I started talking about, I see all this stuff on Facebook. What's up with these negative comments and all this other stuff? He couldn't really answer that. Oh, you know how it is. It's just this, and this. So I'm like, it's a lot. It was to the point where I see the stuff on their Facebook page and I'm taking screenshots, sending it to them like, what they mean by this? Because I don't know. I'm like, what's going on? What do they mean by this? I heard them say this. They said they didn't get their trailer. They said that, you couldn't fix the trailer. They brought the, it was like back to back to back to back. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, look, I need to know about my trailer. So he had me to talk to an office manager that just was hired. He didn't know what I was talking about. I came at him like he owed me money. And I had to you know what? Look, I gotta go. And then he came back to me saying, hey, you know what? We're gonna send you an email. The email is not in front of me, but basically it was saying that I will have my trailer by October. And I said, okay. And I'm like, whatever. So I did certain things and call click lease. I called other people and it's like, what's going on? Couldn't say nothing. They're like, yeah, well, this, and this. And then that's when the bankruptcy happened. So they knew what they were doing. They had a plot all along. So I'm gonna go ahead and let Maren talk because I can go all day.
I am so glad you brought the bankruptcy up. The bankruptcy was a way for them to get away from everything that was coming at them. Because, we kept complaining to the state of Florida, to the public safety. At first, they kept saying, well, you got to do this. You got to go through this. You got to go to the Consumer Protection. You got to go to the Better Business Bureau. You got to go through here, go through there. Then I spoke to a friend of mine and I said, I bought a food trailer from here. And I said, I've been going through every authority in the state of Florida to get some kind of result to get my trailer. And he said, have you made a complaint with the state of South Dakota? And I said, no, I haven't, because I have not done business in the state of South Dakota, so I didn't think it was necessary. He said, do that. So I made a complaint with the Consumer Protection in South Dakota. And Tom, I don't know if you remember Tom. This is the big guy with the lump. Okay. Remember when the first news came out? When our story first came out, Tom was the guy that came out, and we were there. We went to Florida because they told me my trailer just needed the hood, the vent, the hood vent.
Uh-huh.
They said if I go from the box looking thing to the mushroom style, my trailer was going to be ready in short period of time. And I said, I don't care at this point. I have a loan with the state of South Dakota. I need to start, I'm paying the state of South Dakota. I said, I need to get my trailer as soon as possible. I don't care if I have to bring it here to finish it. That's what I have to do. So I flew down to Florida with my kids, mind you, with my kids. I actually lost so much money. We've lost so much money. We didn't just lose the money we paid to buy our trailer. They lied and said our trailer was done, that it was ready to go. So I flew down there. When I got there, I was ready to get my money back or to take my trailer home. That's when we met Connie. That's when I even met Tom. And he said, you know what? And Tom doesn't even know. I have the whole recording of the whole conversation in that building. Because when I went in there, Michelle, when I went in there, I was recording the whole thing. Like when you know something wasn't going to go right, you want to make sure you have proof. I went in there and I said, who's in charge and who's in charge here? Because I've been getting around the run around and I'm here to pick up my food trailer or my money back. And he came out with his dog. Like, I'm a dog lover. I'm not scared. I'm from Africa. I'm not scared of crap, like we don't, like I'm not scared of nothing. They claim we are fighting lions and stuff. You think I'm scared of a German Shepherd? He brought his German Shepherd like I'm supposed to be scared of it. And I went over there and I said, hey, baby. And I pet his dog and I said, are you in charge of this thing? And he said, that's when we met Connie and everything. Okay. And I said, where's my trailer and stuff? And he goes, we sat down. Anyways, that was Tom. I found out. That's when I found out Connie was even the owner. That's when we found out everything. Okay. Tom
Oh, okay.
was telling me that and this is when I knew something was wrong, okay? Well, I knew something was wrong way before that, but when Tom said he admired me, but, okay, he said he admired me because I had the courage to let people know about One Fat Frog. And he said, I stopped him or something. I don't remember exactly what he said, but to that, I remember him saying, like, I admire you for being so brave. And I said, what have I got myself into? I said, Tom, I'm from small town in South Dakota. How we do business, we shake hands and we just get the business done. That's it. I said, I'm here to pick up my trailer. And he goes like, you want me to take you to the back to show you how the trailer is done? Whatever. He walked me through. And I wanted to go walk through because I knew it was BS, but I just wanted to walk through because I had my kids there. And I didn't want to lose it because this is everything that I worked for. This is everything. Everything that I worked, like, actually, this is everything I worked for and everything that I didn't work for. This is everything that I didn't work for also, because this is a money that I borrow from the state. Mind you, some of these victims, they took money from their 401k, their retirement, their savings, everything. I took $15,000 out of my 401k and I borrowed $50,000 from the state of South Dakota, which I'm still paying.
Wow.
Which I'm still paying. So I'm actually $65,000. Okay? $65,000 plus going down to Florida for nothing. For nothing. Basically for nothing. Because it was BS. Then they told me that I was going to get my trailer. So when I came back is when I got a response from the state of South Dakota that, that Tom emailed the state of South Dakota saying that I went to Florida to show to get my 15-minute of fame, and that I had to. They were getting no business because of me. Because of me. And I have all my emails. I have all my. I saved everything. So Connie, actually, I don't know if you remember, and I don't know if a lot of the victims remember, which it's on they type it, like when you're in a court, they type that stuff. She named me 3 times the reason why they had to go bankrupt, because I kept talking bad about One Fat Frog, and I wouldn't let it go about bad business. I'm supposed to let just go my $40,000 that I paid him. $40,000.
Wow.
And the state of Florida has done nothing to help any of us. None of us.
Yep.
How do you explain that? I mean, the state of South Dakota.
But I bet you if it was one of their people, I'm sorry. I bet you if it was one of them or one of their family members, they would have been all over it. But that goes to show somebody getting paid somewhere, money going somewhere.
Honestly, and I this is like opening up a can of worm. Buying my trailer from the state of Florida was like opening up a can of worm. Like, this is so much bigger than just a food trailer that Connie thinks like I'm gonna go through bankruptcy, and then these people are just gonna go away. She haven't seen nothing yet. She haven't seen nothing yet.
Yeah, especially with
and
me.
I want to say that is not in a threatening way. We're not going to harm her. In fact, she have threatened me to harm me. I don't feel safe most of the time. I feel unsafe. But I'm not scared. I am not scared. But I don't mean that in a threatening way. We would never harm anybody, because if we wanted to, she would already been done with.
Oh
dealt
yeah,
with. You
she
know
would
what I
have been
mean?
done a long time ago.
That's what I mean. That is not our goal. You know, that is not what we want to do. We want to get justice. And we're done with Connie. We don't even want nothing from Connie anymore, except we want her to go to jail. We want the state of Florida to take accountability for why this was allowed.
Yep.
This should have never, I should have never been a victim. And you know what I regret? I regret the most when I was in the state of Florida, when I was in that one fat frog building, there was a couple Spanish doing business. Me not screaming, saying like, don't do business. And I don't know if they would have understand me because I don't speak Spanish, but me not making a scene to save them money or to save them from, because this is not just about money. I know you know, because you're a victim. For these people, it was just simply about money. This is everything that we have worked for. Everything. This has broke me for so long. And I can't even imagine. I'm like, it takes a strong person to bounce back and to fight back. And this is why they've been getting away with it. Because most people are weak to fight. They're too weak to fight. But we're not weak. We're going to show the state of Florida that they're going to be held accountable. I don't know if they be held accountable tomorrow or next week or next year or 5 years from now, but they're gonna pay for everything that they have allowed these people to do to us.
So what I want to do is go ahead and present, because they created 2 companies. They had this so
No, actually,
orchestrated. Oh, 3. Okay, well, what's the third one? Private chat me so I can look it up. But I'm about to go ahead and present. It's Phoenix. Let me see.
Phoenix Food Truck and Trailer.
Yeah. So Phoenix Food Truck and Trailers.
And
I'm gonna watch my mouth, because I have sponsors not on this channel yet, but I have sponsors on my other channels. But I'm speaking as a victim, so I'm gonna give myself a pass. These motherfuckers, they went ahead and started, well, it's 3 companies. So they knew what they were doing. So they had One Fat Frog. They knew that they were going to do bankruptcy. They knew this. They played the role of the husband and wife getting a divorce. Then the husband created 2 or 3, because she may be in on it. Because you know how it is. It's like, oh man, the heat coming up on us. We got to move this money, because they moved $18 million. $18 million. They moved that money to wherever they moved it to, right into creating these businesses. And I'm about to put these businesses out. I promise you, if you working with Phoenix Food Trucks and Trailers and Maverick Manufacturing, they're the same people who duped us. Don't do it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm about to do something that because I want people to see. I want people to see this video. I'm going to make sure it get a lot of views and comments. I'm going to pay for that. And I don't do stuff like that, but I'm going to do it on this one because I want people to see that these bastards created this company and they're doing the same shit to new people. When you see when you see Phoenix Food Trucks and Trailers, these are the same people from One Fat Frog. Don't do it. Don't do it. Look, they got the same pictures. The same. I'm telling you, people, if right now, I don't care what state you're from, if you're doing business with this company, they're gonna get your money, play around with you, and then they're gonna go through bankruptcy again because the state of Florida are gonna allow them to do it. I'm telling you. Look at that. These the same photos they had on One Fat Frog. Same photos. Look at that. Same people. Same people. Go to sunbiz.org and look them up. I am telling you. I am telling you. These the same bastards that stole our money. I'm out of 13,000. Marion, how much you out of?
I'm actually out of 40, well, almost $40,000 that I gave them.
And just think about the people who paid cash.
I took $50,000 from the state of South Dakota to start out my business, and I took $15,000 from my 401k to start out my business that I don't have yet. So, and I want to say, Michelle, when you said about Phoenix Food Truck and Trailer, they will do the same thing, because I actually have people contacting me with the same problem. Hey, did you do business with One Fat Frog or with Phoenix Food Truck and Trailer? Because Phoenix Food Truck and Trailer took my money and now they're giving me the runaround. Phoenix Food Truck and Trailer are actually being sued right now, and they're probably going to go through the same thing, bankruptcy, because they're doing the same thing. What are they doing with the money? I have no idea. Well, I know what they're doing with their money, what they're doing with our money. They're taking our money.
Yep.
Living large and taking a little bit of it, starting another business, and bankrupting because the state of Florida allows them to.
Yep.
And I think
these are the same photos.
The same photos.
Look at that.
Yep.
Same photos from One Fat Frog. Hold on for a second. I think we have someone.
Please come in and share your story. Oh, there you go.
Unless you want to go back,
need to tell your story.
Hello, how are you? Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. Can you mute what's in the background?
Yeah, I can turn it off.
Okay, and if you have a headset, if you can, if you
I
have
don't
a
have a
headset
headset, but I can definitely mute what's in my background.
Okay. Give me 1 second.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, it's just that so do you have like the YouTube going?
Yes.
Okay, so you have to X out of the YouTube and just stay in StreamYard because it's gonna have a bad echo when you talk.
So it says I'm in StreamYard. Do you hear it?
Right, no, that's fine. No, that's fine. But if you want, do you have a YouTube channel running? Because you clicked on, right? You had to go to YouTube to click on it.
Okay, so how can I tell?
Okay, I'll hear it now. When I hear it, I'll let you know. It's fine.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, it's fine. If I start hearing background noise like another channel, I'll let you know.
Okay.
All right. So thank you for coming on. This is my platform. This is my small business, Dope Beverage. And I was one of the victims. I am one of the victims of One Fat Frog.
Me too.
So if you can, and I know people can see your name, but they're going to watch this on replay as well. If you can state your first and last name, what city you're from, and when you purchased your food trailer, and like your story of how they gave you the runaround as well.
Okay, my name is Lamaria Phillips. Um, I live in Lafayette, Indiana. Um, Back in 2000 and I believe it was this 2022, I flew my family down to go to One Fat Frog in Orlando, Florida. Flew us all down there so we can experience it. Um, I gave them $30,000 for a 12-foot. I got my blueprint. I got every transaction we made, every conversation, every email, every text message, every phone number of everybody that I communicated with. And my trailer, I brought my trailer April. I was due to get my trailer at the end of September, early October, because they told me it would take about 5 or 6 months. Come October, I called to see when I could schedule a pickup because I had just got my truck fixed to be able to pull my trailer. They told me that they had a problem with the the thing that goes on the top, the ventilation, and that they were gonna have to give me another one because they were out due to COVID, because a lot of people wasn't supplying, but this is not what they were telling me in the emails. So they kept saying, okay, well, since we got to do this, then we're going to have to upgrade and we need about $1,000 more. And they just kept asking me for more money. And then one day when I spoke to Pat and told Pat enough is enough, I shouldn't have to, he told me I needed to write a letter of why I wanted a refund. I said, why do I have to write you a letter telling you why I want my money back when you all are not giving me my product? I talked to him. He said he would call me back later on that day. When I called him back, I told him, I said, I'm gonna have my attorney call you because I want my money back. And he hung up in my face. And when I called back, they sent me the voicemail, and then somebody called me back and said, we're no longer doing business with you. And I said, what about my money? And he hung up in my face, and I haven't heard anything else from them anymore. So they all together, if I count all of the money that I had paid for events and things that I had lined up because my trailer was supposed to be done, all together, they took about $37,000 from me.
Wow.
Yeah. 30,000 for sure, but the events that I had lined up and paid for were non-refundable. I was going to do the Mardi Gras. I scheduled for that. I bought my location, paid for it, and I was set up to do Memphis in May. And then I had a big event in Dallas, Texas, and I all of those was non-refundable. So I lost all of that money. And they stopped communicating with me. All of the numbers that I had are disconnected. Um, they will no longer speak with me. Miss Mabel, um, Eduardo, it was quite a few of them dealing with me. I done dealt with about 4 or 5 of them, and I went and met them personally. I flew my family down, got my tickets, I got my hotel stay, I got everything. I got everything, and I don't understand how the state of Florida is allowing these people to just keep robbing people and not doing nothing about it.
Oh my gosh. Go ahead, Mary.
I was gonna say, Lamaria, you and I actually spoke a while back, and you're the only one out of many of the victim I spoke with. You and I are the only one that have the same salesperson.
Wow. When I flew down there, Mabel didn't want to meet with me. So I met with Eduardo. When
Of
I met
course.
with Eduardo, I gave him $5,000 and he wrote on my blueprint. I got my blueprint and everything right here. And then when I gave them my bank information, after I found out what was going on with them, I found out that they had somebody working at PNC. So they took all my money out my account. When I tried to dispute it 3 times. I even showed them the paperwork and everything that was going on, and they declined giving me my money back. So I closed my account with PNC, never to deal with them again. And I said if I ever got an attorney, that I was gonna, sue the bank, because they allowed these people, and whoever was working on the inside allowed these people. When I found out that they was taking money out my account, I canceled the card. Somehow they found out who I in my account again, and took some more money out my account. So I closed my account, and they will not give me my money back.
First of all, I want to say I am so sorry that you're going through this along with us. And thank you for being so, to me, thank you for taking the initiative to come on here because I know it's kind of difficult, right? It's kind
Oh,
of
it's very
challenging to come
painful.
on
Very
to
painful,
share
because
your story.
I didn't have $37,000 to go give nobody, and I have a family. I didn't have no money to give to nobody like that for them to just take it from me. They shattered all my dreams. Me and my kids, this just wasn't a dream. This is a passion of mine. I stacked my money, waiting, anticipating for this moment to be able to buy me and my children a food trailer. And they just took all my money, and that was it. Like, yeah, all right. And nothing is being done about it. And if I
So,
was anything like I used to be, my family was ready to go down there and kill whoever who was ready. And I'm telling the truth. They was ready to go down there and kill whoever was left down there.
Chicago style over here. I'm
Man,
serious. Chicago
that's where
style
I'm
over here.
from. I said I live in Lafayette. I'm from Chicago.
Roseland, Roseland,
Shit,
11-4. But
63rd and
anyway,
Ashland.
And
63rd to
oh,
59th Ashland in California.
I think that's
yes.
what they wanted us to do. Uh, I think that's really honestly when
They
they
didn't want us to
targeted.
do that.
No, when they targeted, why did they target us? Why did they target it? Like when I look at all the victims, we are all similar but different. You know what I'm saying? It's like now
We minorities.
minorities.
We minorities. You could say it. They took care of the white people, but the black and the Mexican and the other
Oh,
people, the minorities, got
Minorities.
taken advantage of.
They, thank you. They took, but I don't even. I think the state of Florida have more to do with it
They're
than we
letting
think.
off.
Than we think.
See, let me tell you something. How you pronounce your name, Maron? Because we done
Yeah.
talked several times. I'm not finna bite my tongue. I hope it go viral. The
And
state
we
of Florida
have to.
had to.
We cannot bite our tongue
No,
anymore
you.
because these people literally have killed everything that we have worked for. And
Yeah.
I'm the same way. I will not bite my tongue because you know what? Connie have threatened me. Connie have done
Oh,
so
Connie a
much
piece of work. I
damage.
talked to her too.
Yeah, yeah. And you know what? It
oh,
doesn't
I didn't get
matter.
a chance to talk to her.
She's already literally have killed us alive. That's how I feel. She's already killed us alive.
Her and her whole team. When I looked Pat
And
up,
their whole team. And the state of Florida has let him do it. And the
yeah.
state of Florida need to be held accountable for everything that Connie and her rats have done.
When is this gonna go viral? How do we
It needs
get?
to go viral. And you know what? If we need to go protest, I don't care who needs to be there. But I can't show up by myself. We need to get our family. I have my kids. I have friends that is willing to do what I need them to do, but we need to go out there and show them, because you know what?
Go
One
where?
cannot move by
Go where?
themselves.
Where? They don't. They not even at neither one of the locations that
It
I
doesn't
went to.
matter. We need to go out there, protest, let somebody hear the story, and let somebody hear the story.
Look, I can't afford to go to jail in Florida.
It doesn't matter. We need to do it at the state we reside in, because you know what? The reason why the state of the reason why One Fat Frog have filed for bankruptcy is because my state took initiative to get after them. I'll show you all the emails between Tom and the attorney general from South Dakota because of my complaint to my state. I am telling you, I am going to protest in my state with my kids. I don't care. I have shirts made up.
Where are you? Where are you located?
I'm in South Dakota. I have shirts made up, victims of One Fat Frog. I'm gonna wear that, and whoever wants to wear that, I'm gonna give it for free.
Give me one.
I will send that to you
one.
guys. I'm telling you.
I'll
We
take
need
one.
to wear that. And you know what? Wherever you're at, stand out there. Let your voices be heard. I am telling you. We have to let these people not just for what they have done to us, but what they could do to other people.
I'm gonna be honest with you. And I don't want this to sound so bland and nasty, and they already done changed their name, so they already getting away with it with other people
But they're
because they
not getting away
already.
as
But
much.
I can't. I'm in a place where I can't worry about nobody else and warn nobody else, because when I got in, it was already, from what I'm hearing, when I got in, it was already victims, and I had already gave them my
But
money and was waiting on my, you know what I'm
but
saying, waiting on my truck. So I can't sit here and hope that somebody gonna say, "Hey, did you deal with One Fat Frog?" I'm in search of. I don't even know who to recommend them to, because when I did my homework, I was looking at 3 different companies. At the time, I didn't even know One Fat Frog was doing this to people, so I narrowed it down to them. The
because
other 2 people that I was looking at was a African American man from South Carolina who was very arrogant, and it was another man from Jackson, Florida, who all he wanted was money. The place that he told me that he was working out of in Jacksonville, Florida, I had an associate of mine that I grew up with living down there. I sent her to the address. It wasn't nothing there but some field.
But I'm going to tell you this. Can I say this? But can you imagine if somebody else have done what we did before? We
I
would
don't know.
never have been in this situation. Yes, mind you, the state of Florida is allowing these people to get away with it. But if we keep fighting, they're not going to get away with it. It could be your kids, it could be your grandkids that are going to be victimized. That's how
Yeah,
you have to see it.
we might. I hope I live that long, but my God, why I gotta wait till I'm almost dead to get some money back?
Sometimes it feels like it. Sometimes it feels like it, but we have to keep fighting. That's why we're fighting together.
So where's all of these victims at? Why it's only 3 of us on here?
Trust me, that's
Because
why
they're
it's so
scared. They're
frustrating, because they're
scared.
scared.
They're
They're
scared.
I ain't
scared.
scared. I
I
ain't
ain't scared
scared.
either. That's why we have to show up.
I got an army behind me, baby. If they
Me
come, they
too.
better
And
come
that's why
correct.
we have to take our army out and let these people know that we are not alone.
Okay, see, but one thing I'm not finna do is go looking for trouble. Now
We're not
I
going to
stand
look
my
for
ground.
trouble.
I'm not finna go on their territory because they already letting them get away with it. You think they
We're
gonna care about us if we go to Florida?
That's what everybody keeps saying. As long as we keep it peaceful, we don't have to go to Florida. I could literally do what I need to do right here in South Dakota, and you guys should do what you need to do right there where you're at. Because you know what? As soon as I decide I need to do what I need to do, right here, I could get my team out there, get the news people to come out, and we could protest from right here. And I guarantee you, they will hear it in Florida.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm down. I want a shirt. I'll do
But
whatever
we
I
have
need to do here.
You know, there's a statue of help me out, Michelle. A statue of limitation, right? So I think the state of Florida thinks, there's going to be a statue, and I really believe that's why they keep stretching the bankruptcy court date.
Right.
They keep stretching it. We're not letting this shit go. I'm sorry. Excuse my language. We're not going to let this shit go.
Go ahead,
We're not
baby.
going to let this shit go. I'm telling you, I will be 90 years old, maybe, before I see justice, but I'm not letting this go.
I can't afford to let it go.
No.
It's like I just went down there and threw all the money at them and he said, "Here, y'all can have it," and just walked off. That's the way they just spit in my face.
So Lamaria. I'm sorry, Lamaria.
It's okay.
So I think what it is, we have 2 Facebook pages. Are you in the Justice for what is it? I keep forgetting.
I'm in the victims page. I didn't know it was another page.
Yeah, it's another page. Let me bring it up. Give me a second. I'm going to bring it up. So what they do is some of them are, that's the only reason why I didn't create a Facebook group page, because they come in as imposters. And what they do is they threaten some of the people there. They either speak to them in Spanish or they talk to them in English and say, hey, you know what? If you go and talk bad about us, we're going to do something to you. They threaten them. So that's why a lot of them are not on here. And it's really sad because you can't keep allowing people, you can't be scared. I mean, we can't get our money back. So what's the worst thing they're going to do?
Coward. They can come, look, they can come fucking with me if they want to.
I know that's right. See, that's Chicago.
They can
See,
come
that's how we are.
I done did my homework on all of the ones I know involved. I know where a couple of them motherfuckers stay too.
All right, hold on for a second. Let me bring up this. It's Justice Against One Fat Frog. And actually I was in the very first interview with Jeff Deal. So if you type in, matter of fact, let me see if I can. But let me bring this up first.
I was on the first court. I was on the first court call where they allowed everybody to ask 5 questions. And then the next one that we had, and I tried to get in, it was like it let me in, but then it kicked me out. And it's like we don't get to get heard like we need to. And then they tell us we can log in and put this code in, and when you put the code in, you might get through, you might not. I couldn't get past none of the codes. Like, it's been 3 different court cases since then. I was in the first one. It's been 2 that I know of since then, and I couldn't get on either one of them.
All right, so Marin, I'll show your page. I just want to bring this page up. Give me a second. All right. So this is, we have 2 Facebook pages. So I'll bring up Marin's page in a minute. So Justice Against One Fat Frog.
Can you send me an invite?
Let me see. Hold on. Give me a second.
Send both of them, because my page, my business page is Honey's Homemade Lemonade LLC, and then my personal page is Lamaria N. Phillips.
If you can go to the private chat, can you go to the private chat and type in? It should be on there, private chat. It's in StreamYard. So where you are.
All I see is us three in the corner, and then a big white with some names on it. A big white page with some names on. I can't even see the names, but I don't
Oh,
see
you on your
anything.
phone?
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Oh, that's why. Okay. So what I'll do is let me
Can you send me? Can you look
copy
me up?
this. What I'll do, let me put it in the chat. Let me put it in the YouTube, and then you
Let-
can grab it from there so I can have it out for everybody. All right, I put the link. Click on that link when you get a chance. I just don't want you to click on it now and then you'll click out of where you are. Are you still there? What happened? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead, Marin, and show your page, but I just want to show people this. We're in this Facebook group, Justice Against One Fat Frog. I've been a part of this group. This private group has 211 members, and what they do, part of One Fat Frog team, what they do, they go in and they DM the people or they message them some type of way and threaten them, saying, "Do not go and share your story." And it's weird because if someone told me, "Oh, you better not go on there and talk bad about us, but we stole your money," come on. You have to speak up. This is why they were getting away. And what's so weird about it, probably what, 80, 90% of the staff were Spanish. Why would you do that to your own people?
They
That's
use
what I don't understand. I don't understand that. Why would you do that to your own people? You stole money from your own people. So it wasn't like it was 80% or 90% black. No, it was like 80, 90. I'm telling you, like, I didn't understand it until like just recently when you sit and have a moment and you just kind of think about things. It's like,
it makes you sick. It makes
yeah,
you sick. They
it's
use
like,
our
why?
own people. They use our own people to steal
And
from
then you
us.
scare them and you
To
scare them.
steal from us.
All right, so let me remove this. Lemuria, is she there?
I see her, but she's not
No,
there.
yeah, I don't know. She probably turned, did you turn your camera off? Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'll have her to come back in because I don't know what she's doing. All right, so what I'm gonna do is bring up your page. Give me a second. And so if you're watching this on replay, I need you to go ahead and give us a thumbs up. We need this video to go viral. We need to get all of these over 700 victims to come on here, excuse me, and share this story. Don't be scared. I don't know why you're scared. If it's a language barrier, you need to bring a translator. I mean, you need to tell your story because that's the only thing that we have left is to tell the story because the state of Florida failed us. No one's helping us. But I bet you if it was one of their family members or if they did something, I need some of these bigger companies. I'm not going to start naming the companies because I know a few. But these bigger companies, hey, you need to step up and be like, you know what? I got some trailers from One Fat Frog. Of course, they didn't do that to you because you have bigger lawyers than them, right? So of course they didn't do anything to the companies that bought food trailers, only to the little people like us.
The little minorities.
All right, so I'm about to show your page. So if you're watching this on replay, please, please, please leave a comment in the comment section Let me know what's going on. We need to get more people speaking out about their story. I'm telling you, I'm using my platform to help you guys out, but you cannot allow them to come into the Facebook page behind the scenes or text you or whatever and scare you. Those days are over. You better let them stop bullying you. I'm telling you, because this is what's going on. So I just want to show, this is Marin's page. So this is her page right here. And give me a second. I'm going to put it on solo. I'm trying to do split screen over here. All right. So this is, I post a lot here, but this is her page. So please, please, please. It's a lot of good stuff in here. You guys need to join. But so it's 2 pages. Victim of One Fat Frog Food Truck and Trailers. And we're going to continue to keep putting them on blast. And then we have Justice Against One Fat Frog. So please join those 2 pages, because I'm telling you, they think, and look, the other businesses that they created, they ain't gonna go far. Trust me. When more people start watching this, and I'm telling you, the only way this can go viral, if we have other people who been victims and they just seeing this, or if your family member went through the same thing, they're a victim, or if it's someone that you don't know but trying to get a food trailer, have them to come and watch this live. Have them to come and watch the playlist. I have a playlist, and I'm gonna bring that up in a minute too. Give me a second. I'm exposing everything, and I dare you. I dare one of One Fat Frog people, Connie, whoever, the husband. I dare you to walk up on me, because Chicago style, I ain't playing. That I don't play about my money, because every time I think about it, I have to figure out where I am, because $13,000. You have to think about it. Mine is just 13,000. Think about the people who pay 50,000 in cash, 40,000 in cash, 100,000 in cash, and we all in the same boat. At least I filed 2 lawsuits. These people, they didn't file anything. I wish one of y'all come and try to threaten me or say something about me. This is my platform. This is my page. I double dare you. I promise you that. And I'm not just talking. I'm for real. Because if I was just talking, I'd be like, oh, well, I ain't going to do nothing. Well, they took my money. It's okay. You better be glad you're not in front of me, baby. I promise you. I promise you. Because you don't play with me and my money and people I love. Because and let me calm down, because the real Chicago coming out of me. I'm serious. I may live in Orlando right now, but I'm telling you, when you play with somebody's money and the drink, oh my gosh.
I just have to say, they're lucky I don't live in Orlando. I'm telling you.
Man.
If I did, I'm not saying I would be violent or anything, but I would definitely be at the courthouse every day, at the hearing every day.
But they're not helping us. I wouldn't be at the
It
courthouse.
don't matter. I would be... I bet you
it's like
I would harass Connie until she throw up my money. Shit.
So out of 700 victims, it's only 3 on here talking because they done scared everybody.
They done scared. I was supposed, look, I kid you not. I don't want to bring up no names, but I was supposed to work with at least 3 people 2 years ago. And they had to back out because they were threatened. And so I said, okay, of course they told me other excuses. I didn't find out until they were threatened later, but that's what I had to go with. So I'm like, well, we could have told our story 2 years ago on this platform. Matter of fact, let me bring up my playlist, because I want people who's watching this on a replay to go to my channel. So give me a second. Yeah, I was supposed to help people a long time ago, and they were like, yeah, I gotta work or this or that, until 2 years now. I'm doing it now to help them. But yeah, they said that they came into the DMs. They were sending them texts and emails threatening them, talking about if they ever went forward with sharing their story, that they were going to do something to them and their family and all this other stuff. And but
I
when
want to
you
share my
when
story,
you
and I
scared of people, that's what you do.
I'm covered by the blood of Jesus. They can come messing with me if they want
Yeah,
to.
I know
Amen.
that's right.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's right.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you. I,
All right, so look, this is my business page. So I started my business in Houston. So I started Dope Beverage in Houston. I was a ghost kitchen, and I was a ghost kitchen probably for like maybe 9 months, and then I moved my business to a food court in the West Oaks Mall in Houston. So I did that for maybe 9, 10 months. And then I said, you know what? I want to take my business to the next level, and I'm going to come back to Orlando because I used to live here. And then because I had moved. And then I said, let me come back here to grow my business. I came back here thinking I'm going to grow my business. I been following One Fat Frog when I was in Houston, thought it was a great company. I
Do
thought I
that
did my
too.
research.
I
I
did
thought
the
I did my
same
research.
thing.
And then, like I said, I went to go get financed and put down $1,000 of my deposit, which I owe them $5,000 deposit, and then all that stuff started. So let me just talk about this right quick. So this is my dope beverage page, which was my small business. I had to close my business. And if you go to playlists, and you are going to go to this playlist right here. I don't want to play it, but I just want to show. Hold on for a second. All right. So these are all the videos that I've done right here. So even Timmy, Timmy and his wife, they were the because they're out of Jacksonville, out of Jacksonville. They were the ones in the Jeff Deal interview. I'm gonna see if I can play that. So give me a second. But if you're watching this on replay right now, I need you to share this video. That's the only way that it's gonna really go viral. I can go to Fiverr and pay someone to get this going, but I really need all of us in both of these Facebook group pages to share this live and watch it and put your comments down, because I'm telling you, they're going to continue. They're already working on other businesses right now where they duping people. They doing the same thing. And I guarantee you in another year or two, they are going to file for bankruptcy. So I want you to go ahead and look at all these videos when you get a chance. This is the playlist on my dope beverage page. Now, what I'm going to do is, let me remove this. Give me a second. All right. Hold on. I'm sorry. Okay. So let me see if I can find that video, Jeff Deal. Give me a second.
I'm sorry. Here I am talking. It's on Fox 35 in Orlando, right? Is that the first video that
But
came out?
if
Yep.
you type in Jeff Deal, One Fat Frog, it'll pop up.
Yep.
I sent a request to join the justice page.
Okay. Yeah, that's Timmy and his wife. So hold on for a second.
And that was the day that we were actually in Orlando. So I missed you by that much.
Hold on for a second. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can play this. Let me mute myself. Everybody mute yourself because I want to see if this is gonna play. Hold on.
complaints are the largest food truck manufacturer in the United States.
Into Action 9 after they paid Fat Frog thousands and thousands of dollars, but claim the company has failed to deliver their food trailers as promised. Consumer investigator Jeff Deal confronted company leaders and learned about financial issues that may be plaguing the company.
Hello, you're watching Cooking with Kendra.
Cooking is life for Kendra Brewster and her fiance Moyadeen Alou.
We always have friends over. We cook for them. Cooking was just, I don't know, I guess it's our love language.
Last year, when the couple decided to take their New Orleans Nigerian fusion cuisine to the community with the bills itself as the nation's largest food truck manufacturer.
The way they spoke to us, everything, the customer service agency, amazing.
But after paying $40,000 and with an estimated build and delivery time of 16 weeks, Moyadeen, now nearly a year later, believes they are anything but amazing.
So you paid $40,000 and you have no trailer.
No trailer, nothing.
And he's not the only one. We saw
All right, so I will continue the video, but I just want to say Muhyiddin is actually Timmy. Him and his wife is over the Justice for One Fat Frog Facebook page. So I just want to let you guys know that. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the video. Hold on.
Okay. I sent the request
saw
as well.
similar complaints online. One Fat Frog has an F rating with the Better Business Bureau, and the company has been sued a dozen times in the past year with creditors wanting money or customers claiming they haven't received their mobile kitchens, including Michelle Costello.
I lost a whole year, and eventually I closed my business as of December 31st.
She expected her trailer in May and is still waiting. We went to One Fat Frog for answers.
This gentleman right here, Moyadeen Alou, he said he paid $40,000. He was promised the trailer in July. He's 6 months later after the promised date. And
So let's go off camera and walk around. We'll talk about him and everything else.
The company told us supply chain issues coming out of COVID continue to impact build times, and the estimated delivery dates in the contracts are just that, estimates. Operations manager Frank Connell also offered this apology.
I feel sorry. I feel sorry that we're not able to perform like we intended to do with everything that's happening with the economy, with the structure of the materials.
Court record of the president told us there are also money issues with the metal and the finger, claiming he misdirected company funds.
I would say it's having a slight impact, but it's not to the point where it's destroying us.
Hassanian told us over the phone that's not true. He never misdirected any money from the company. And remember this guy?
hey, Jeff Deal with Channel 9.
How you doing?
His name is Tom, prosecutor and private attorney who was disbarred after he was accused of stealing more than $200,000 from a firm in Orlando and for practicing while under suspension. Completed no cost, a second-degree grand theft, and he just got off probation. Financial conditions just want their money back and to move on with their lives.
And not just me, they've killed the dreams of so many people.
Now, the company claims the misdirected money is the reason it can't offer any refunds. Thomas Sadaka told us his case came out of a civil dispute between law partners from about 10 years ago. And people shouldn't have any. Jeff Deal, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
we know
That's my first time ever hearing that.
I'm over here talking. You never seen that?
Nope, that's my first time ever seeing that. So it made the
What?
news.
Yeah, so Jeff Deal reached out to me and I met him and we did the interview. And then um, Timmy, which is Muhyiddin, he's the one, him and his wife were in the first part of the interview. And his Facebook page is the Justice. So I don't know who came first. I don't know if Justice page came first before the victims. I'm not sure, or if they came out at the same time. But yeah, so I'm about to show you some other videos as well. I'm gonna do one more because actually, where's Marin? Where did she go? I'm gonna bring up one more video.
Okay.
And what's so interesting about this video, the husband was uh, at the Orange County Convention Center maybe like a few months ago. Let me see if I can bring that up. Let me see.
Trying to sell some more trailers.
Yep, he was at the Orange County Convention Center.
Wow.
Ah,
Wow.
yep. I gotta search for it because I don't know exactly what it is. But if you want to go ahead and continue to talk and tell people to, if you
They
want this
just
video
better
to go
watch out for
viral,
Phoenix. They just better watch out for Phoenix food trailers. Anything in Orlando, Florida, or wherever they are that got to do with food trailers, they better be careful. Cause if they ain't white, they taking your money.
see, I was trying to, refrain from using the race card, but I guess that's what it is. If you white, you can get away with it. Look at that. Look at
Yeah.
that.
Mm.
Yeah, because they ain't doing nothing about it. And all the politicians, they're white. Well, Marco Rubio is
Absolutely.
Spanish, but he's still considered white because he probably don't put. I highly doubt he put. Well, I don't know what he put. I ain't gonna say nothing. But yeah, he's still considered white because he ain't black. He ain't dark. All right,
Nah.
so let me see if I can find this. Give me a second.
Yeah, and they getting away with this foolishness.
Yep.
And
And
then
no lawyers would take our
filing
case.
bankruptcy to confirm it.
Yep. No lawyers would help us because they figure they ain't getting no money. And everything here in Florida is pretty much injury. So if you get into a car accident, oh, they all over it. But when it comes to consumer protections, there's none unless it's one of their family members or someone that they know. That's the only way they're going to do something about it. But it's
And
really,
that's
it
some sick.
saddens me. And a lot of people told me, well, won't you move? Well, moving to another state is not going to solve anything. I need to figure out how we're
How
going to
much
get some
how much of
laws
the money did
passed
they
here.
take from you?
13,000.
Only 13? I say
So
only
my
13.
yeah,
I it's a
yeah, because
lie.
I didn't give them
Don't get
anything else. I didn't give them no more. I said nope, that's it. So I cut mine off. It's people still paying the finance company. It's still people paying other money. And I'm like, I'm not paying. You must be a fool. No, sorry. Let me put this on here.
Yeah, I'm not scared of
I'm
them.
Yeah, me either.
I fear God more than I fear any man in the world. So
But
they can
always
come messing
remember,
with me. They can come.
God has he has the last word. All right, I think this one is it, maybe. Yeah, I think this is it. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna put this on solo. All right. So if you're watching, guys, if you're watching this on replay, if you're watching live, please share this on your social media, because I guarantee you, if this happened to you where you bought something from a company and they stole money from you, you want your voice heard. So don't look at it as Miko, the entrepreneur. Don't look at that. Look at, you know what? This company stole over $18 million from over 700 people, and I was one of them. So I need you to share this video. I don't care who's watching this. I don't care if you never met me, don't know me. I don't care if you know me. I need you to share this video. I need you to get it. If you have the power to do something about it, if you're a lawyer, if you have any type of whatever to help us, it's over 700 people that you helping, because I guarantee you, if it was you, you will want somebody to help you. The state of Florida failed us. The state of Florida failed us, and we're going to get some laws passed. Sorry that I'm not white. Sorry that the other people are not white, but I guarantee you, if we were all white, something would be done about it. If they did this to minorities, they did this to us. And it's sad. It saddens me. Maybe become no party. I changed my party affiliation to no party based on being a business owner in the USA. It's ridiculous. All right, so let me play this. Hold on. They don't care about small business owners. It's all about the corporations. And I see that every day with these food. Okay, I don't even want to talk about food. Now I'm getting mad. I don't even want to talk about food delivery, because that's that's my other channel. But let me go ahead and play this right quick.
Okay, I'm listening. What happened to the other lady that was on?
Oh, I don't know. She probably had
Question: what happens when the rhythm of the world comes alive under a big time? The Universal Circus.
No, we don't need to.
35 investigates a food truck fight.
We are facing being homeless.
People spent their life savings on food trucks that were never built.
It's been a nightmare. Nobody's calling me back.
They've been turning up the heat on Orlando-based One Fat Frog, who they paid tens of thousands of dollars for their trucks.
It's just really hard. I mean, I'm trying my best to support my family and myself.
Fox 35 finally speaks.
That's him right there.
One
Look
of the
at him.
people who was at the top of the company to get answers.
I'm wondering how you wound up here and what's happening with people whose money was lost.
And that's the question everyone wants answered tonight. That company involved, One Fat Frog, filed for bankruptcy, leaving hundreds of families with no trucks and without their deposits of up to $50,000.
The FBI and the state attorney are both investigating the former CEO of that company. Fox 35's Marie Edinger spoke to him for the very first time about the situation.
I got a tip that Amin Hassanian, the former CEO of One Fat Frog, was at a restaurant convention in Orlando heading a new company in the exact same industry.
I was looking for Amin. Is he here?
Yeah, it's right there.
That's when we were finally able to speak up for people who've been demanding answers.
700 families who put their life savings into this, into what was once your company, and now they're left, a few of them, homeless.
And I really feel bad for these people. I wish I can offer any kind of help to them, but I am in the same position.
Fox 35 has been reporting on this situation for nearly a year. This is the first time we've spoken to the former CEO face to face.
I'm wondering how you wound up here and what's happening with people whose money was lost.
When One Fat Frog closed earlier this year, they owed $18 million. The bankruptcy trustee handling One Fat Frog's case believes $12 million associated with One Fat Frog was brought overseas. Hassanian told me he left the company in November 2022. When we asked about that, he said at that time,
everything was good. We were doing amazing. amazing.
He says he doesn't know a thing about the bankruptcy or what led to it. In research from my previous reporting, Fox 35 has found documentation that shows a history of finance issues.
You did already have some problems with a couple of loans prior to 2022. By that point, there were already delays happening.
I was behind in 184 trailers, but none of them was a year. There were no issue with banks or anything before I left.
There were, in fact, a lot of issues with banks and things before he left, and multiple year-long delays. In my research, I found dozens of filed lawsuits, some still pending with varying outcomes. Others have ongoing litigation.
People put the deposit down to pay for their trailer, the start of their trailer. But if they weren't being built, where does that money go?
I think you need to ask Connie about that.
Connie Bauer is Hassanian's ex-wife, who became the sole owner and shareholder of One Fat Frog after Hassanian left. She is cooperating with investigators. I've been reaching out to her since June, and she's repeatedly declined to interview, but has repeatedly pointed blame at Hassanian.
I am one of the victims of One Fat Frog. I lost the house, I lost the company, I lost everything more than anybody else.
Documents show Amex has filed 2 lawsuits against Hassanian for more than $1.25 million on credit cards he says were used on expenses from One Fat Frog. Hassanian is suing his ex-wife for those charges. And in the meantime, he's the agent for 2 new companies, Phoenix Food Trucks and Maverick Manufacturers, which makes pizza ovens and walk-in coolers.
Where did that money come from to open Phoenix?
I didn't take any money from One Fat Frog and open Phoenix Food Trucks for them. They absolutely has nothing to do with each other.
Hassanian got those companies licensed in January of 2023, 3 months after he left One Fat Frog. Court records show one of those companies, Maverick, was already getting sued by a company in North Carolina that August. Maverick and Phoenix are both named in lawsuits in Orange County from this past summer.
I can show bank statements. I'm willing to show everything. I don't have anything to hide.
I followed up asking for those documents. Hassanian declined. The Attorney General's office told me their investigation into One Fat Frog is ongoing. The investigation is led by a division that handles laws relating to the Deceptive and Unfair Trade Practices Act. A filing with the U.S. Bankruptcy Court for the Middle District of Florida says litigation is expected to start this month. Marie Ettinger, Fox 35 News.
Wow. If you have something you would like us to look into, do us a favor and send us an email.
That's deep.
Ain't that something? You gotta be kidding me. I forgot my mic was still on. When people watch this replay, they're gonna be like, "Who is that?" You know, what I can't understand is for them to, it was so orchestrated. Like it was so organized where,
because they criminals. They ain't killers, they criminals.
There you go. And how they took, so there's so much I want to talk about, but we have more lives that we're going to do.
Okay.
But the one thing I can say is thank you for coming on here, because I knew that everybody in the Facebook group, because you can see, oh, this happened to me, this happened to me. I need someone, I need to share my story. And now you have the opportunity to share your story. Now you're scared. You can't be scared, but then you a keyboard warrior in the Facebook page. You can't do that. You got to step it up. I'm not going to share your story. I can only tell my story. So if you don't want to step up and tell your story, then that's on you. But I'm tired of seeing people complain in the Facebook group, oh, this happened, they did this to us, woe is me, blah, blah, blah. Now you have the opportunity to step up. I don't care if you don't know English. I would sit here and sit through it and be like, because someone on the other side need to hear your story, whether it's Spanish, Portuguese, French, English, Ethiopian, Haitian, Nigerian, whatever. Is other people gonna watch this? So don't worry about your English not being perfect and you don't know Spanish and all that. It doesn't matter, because when you share your story, and if you don't have a translator, it's gonna be other people watching this, I guarantee. So don't worry about that. Stop being scary and get up on here and tell your story, because I'm not going to tell the story in the next comment I see that people complain about one fat frog and you can't tell your story. I'm going to come back with a comeback. I don't know what I'm going to say because it depends on the comment that I see.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna be like, nope, I gave you the opportunity. We were on here, but you allowed them to scare you, to bully you. No more. You got to step it up. You're not gonna get your money back. What's the worst thing they gonna do to you?
Right.
They already stole your money and your dreams. What else can they do?
Yeah.
So, any last words before I jump off?
I want my money back.
No,
Once I suck Phoenix food trucks, whatever y'all operating under, you gotta know that I got the faith the size of a mustard seed, and if you come messing with me, God gonna handle you. So I'm not scared. I'm scared to tell my story. I done lost $37,000 that I did not have to give you all like I did for my food trailer, and you didn't give me my product. I hope, and they say you're not supposed to wish bad on nobody, but I hope God handle y'all like accordingly.
Yep.
Like y'all, the people that came with innocent, open hearts and open pockets to get a dream fulfilled, and y'all woke them up out their dream and ran on them. I don't care. Hope your business fail. Just like y'all made our dreams a living hell, I hope your business kill you. And I know.
Karma is coming back, honey. Karma coming strong. Trust me. They ain't gonna get away with this. They think they getting away with it by filing bankruptcy. They think they getting away with it. But trust me, always remember, and like I said, I believe in God, you believe in God, everybody else believe in God. He has the final word. He has the final say. He's going to make sure we get our money back. I don't care if it happens 10, 20 years down the line. He's going to make sure that we get our money back. And so I'm not going to worry about. I don't know how it's going to come, what form. I don't know. All I know, we will get our money back.
I pray.
I just don't know when. So,
because I didn't have it. That was my dream. I've been in business since my oldest kids are 30, getting ready to be 34, 35, and 36. They was 2, 3, and 4 when I started my business.
wow.
Yeah. And I saved up enough money to buy me a food trailer, and they took my dream from me. So to hell with one fat frog and any of them motherfuckers that had anything to do with them. Excuse me. You can use God.
No, it's okay.
Yeah, you can use God in one sentence, and ain't condoning no cussing, but I'ma repent about it because I ain't been cussing here lately. But $30,000 is a lot to just take a loss on. $10 is a lot today.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I ain't had 30,000. I ain't go to click lease. I ain't go borrow. I ain't go beg. I ain't go steal. I ain't had that kind of money to get them people, and I'm upset about it.
So do me a favor. When you see people in the Facebook group and they're complaining and talking about this and that, direct them to this channel, have them to watch this and be like, look, you need to share your story on this platform. Stop all that keyboard, because that's what I'm going to say.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. What's your name?
Miko, M-I-C-O.
I think if you go on that page and you see some of my comments is, what are we steady submitting the same paperwork in different names for? Like, one we saying the same thing just under different entities. And, I'm not finna keep doing that. I shared my story. They know my business. I got all of my information, my receipts and everything I need. I'm not finna keep saying the same thing over and over. I can't encourage nobody to come up out that coward shell they in and tell their story. I'm worried about my money that came out my pocket, baby. I wish them well though. But if they scared to tell their story, me telling them to say something ain't gonna make a difference.
Okay.
It ain't gonna make them or break them. Now, if you can stand to lose 40,000, 60,000, 80,000, then that's on you. I ain't had $30,000, and then all of the places that I applied for to do my business with my food trailer was non-refundable, because it could have been a spot somebody else could have had.
Yep.
So I can't. I done already said that in the group before. For real, for real. I can't make nobody say nothing. I done already tried to encourage them to tell their story. When y'all go live, let us know. So the people who really want to tell their stories can say something. So the people who ain't scared to tell their stories can say something. To hell with all them other people that's keyboard popping and ain't trying to tell their stories. I want my money back.
I know that's right.
And whatever I need to do to get it, I'll do it. If I gotta wear a shirt and protest, whatever I need to do, just count me in. Cause that ain't right. You don't do people like that.
I agree. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and do a closeout. So I want to thank everyone who watched, but probably couldn't type in the chat for whatever reason. I want to say thank you for people who are watching live. And please, if you're watching this on a replay, the first thing I need you to do is give it a thumbs up. I need you to leave a comment. I need you to share your story. So when the next time we go live, you're going to be ready. You need to subscribe to this channel, because us going live on this channel is going to be on this platform. And I guarantee you, because I'm an entrepreneur and I network every 5 seconds, I guarantee you I will be telling people about this channel, and I will get more, not only subscribers, but I will get more people watching the playlist that I have on this channel, which I showed before, and then also letting people know about the lives that I will, be doing in the future. So please do us a favor. If you know of someone, a victim of One Fat Frog, or you know someone that's buying a food trailer and they're in Florida and they know about Phoenix food trucks, do not, I don't care what you got to say to them. Show them this video, show them everything. And if they still want to continue to go to Phoenix food truck trailers, that's on them. So I don't know when the next time we'll go live, because I have to work it in my schedule, but it will be on a Monday night moving forward, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you guys. Lamaria.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Lamaria, for coming to tell your story.
Absolutely welcome.
You're able to tell your story on my platform every time I go live.
I will.
Okay. And we're going to get some shirts made. And we're
Look,
going to have
please
her
and
to
thank
send us some shirts.
Okay. Well, I got a family of 5 that'll wear them.
Okay. All right. Well, until next time, I'll see you in the Facebook group.
Absolutely.
And then let me see if I can look you up. Give me a second.
Okay.
I just didn't want to click out of the page. Hold on for a second. It just saddens me because it's so many people out there, and there is like, you got to speak up. You have to speak up. I don't know what's wrong with people, but
I don't either.
You say you're under Phillips?
Yeah.
With 2 L's?
Yes.
Let's see. All right, so is it stand-up forklift?
Yeah, at Caterpillar.
Okay, all right. All right, I'm just going to add you as a friend. I just sent you the request. I sent you the request.
I got it.
It's going to, oh, you got it? Okay.
MT Costello?
Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
All right. All right, then. Well, until next time, I'll
I
see you
will
then.
talk to you.
All
Absolutely.
right.
Have
Thank
a
you,
good night.
audience. Yes, thank you, audience. Make sure you make this go viral. That's the only way we're gonna get something done. Talk to you. See you in the next video.
Facts.